The surprising truth about skin after 60. If you are a woman in your 60s or beyond, I invite you to take a quiet moment and really listen, because what I am about to share may change the way you think about your skin. Many women spend years trying to take good care of themselves. They drink enough water, use trusted creams, keep a consistent routine, and still wake up wondering why their skin feels thinner, drier, or simply more tired than it used to be. What if I told you that this change is not always about age itself? What if the issue is not the water you drink, but what your body does with it? Many women stay hydrated, yet their skin still feels like it is missing something important. The surprising truth is that after 60, your body begins to change in ways that influence how hydration and nutrients reach your skin. You see, it isn't only the surface of the skin that shifts with time, your circulation also changes, sometimes becoming slower or less responsive. When that happens, nutrients that once easily traveled to the skin may not reach it with the same strength as before. And when the delivery slows, the skin begins to show it. You might notice more fine lines, less brightness, or a gentle feeling of fragility around certain areas of your face. This experience can feel discouraging, especially when you are doing everything right. Yet it is not a sign that you are failing. It is a sign that your skin is asking for support in a slightly different way. Today, I want to share a gentle, natural approach to help your skin feel more nourished from within. It does not involve complicated routines or expensive procedures. Instead, it begins with something you already use every single day: water. And by the end of this video, I will offer a small but meaningful suggestion that may shift the way you care for yourself. Let's begin with one essential element inside your body that quietly influences whether your skin looks vibrant or tired. One, the molecule every woman over 50 should know: the link between circulation and collagen delivery. Before we discuss skincare, serums, or even collagen supplements, it is important to talk about something deeper. Many women care for their skin from the outside: moisturizers, creams, gentle cleansing, and yet their face still doesn't reflect the effort they put in. The reason often lies beneath the surface. Collagen doesn't automatically reach your skin just because it exists inside your body. It arrives there through circulation, delivered through tiny vessels that bring oxygen and nutrients to the deeper layers of your skin. This delivery depends on a tiny but important molecule your body naturally produces: nitric oxide. Think of it as your body's way of gently opening pathways, allowing nutrients to reach the dermis, the layer where your skin renews itself. When this messenger is abundant, your circulation works more efficiently. When it declines, those pathways begin to narrow. After menopause, it is normal for your body to produce less of this molecule. Many women notice that around this time, their skin begins to change more quickly than it did before. It may feel softer around the jawline, thinner near the eyes, or less firm around the cheeks. Sometimes women switch creams or try stronger treatments, but the results remain subtle. That is often because the issue is not the cream, it's the delivery system underneath. Understanding this changes the entire approach to skincare. The focus becomes less about how much collagen you consume and more about how effectively your body transports it. Now, let's look at what happens inside the skin when nitric oxide gradually lowers after 50. 2. What happens beneath the surface when circulation slows? There comes a moment when aging stops being something you simply notice in the mirror and becomes something you feel. Makeup doesn't settle the same way. Sleep lines linger longer than they used to. Areas that once looked full and smooth begin to lose that natural inner support. This shift does not happen overnight. It is gradual, quiet, and often confusing. Many women describe it as if their skin has lost a little of its natural energy. When nitric oxide falls after 50, especially during and after menopause, your skin receives less oxygen and fewer nutrients during the night, the time when renewal should be at its strongest. Collagen naturally begins to break down faster, while the cells responsible for rebuilding it become slower to respond. Some women tell me, I eat well, I drink water, I take collagen, yet my skin still feels tired. This is because hydration alone cannot replace the role of circulation. Without strong delivery, even high quality nutrients may not reach the deeper layers of the skin where renewal takes place. This stage is not something to fear. It is simply your skin asking for a different kind of support. That brings us to the next part: why plain water on its own often isn't enough to help the skin recover its glow. 3. Why plain water isn't always enough after 50. For most of your life, you were likely told that staying well hydrated is one of the most important things you can do for your health and your skin. And that is true. Hydration matters. Many women carry a water bottle, drink throughout the day, and follow the common advice of 8 glasses daily. Yet they still look in the mirror and think, why does my skin feel dry? Why does it look a little dull, even though I drink enough? Here is the gentle truth: hydration is not the same as circulation. Water keeps your body functioning, but it does not automatically open the tiny vessels that carry nutrients to the skin. It does not guide collagen to the deeper layers, and it does not awaken the cells responsible for renewal. That explains why a woman can drink plenty of water and still feel like her skin isn't receiving what it truly needs. Many women say, I feel hydrated, but my skin still looks tired. If you have ever felt that way, you are not alone. After 50, your body naturally produces less of the molecule that keeps those tiny vessels flexible. So even when you drink enough water, the pathways that deliver nutrients may remain narrow or slow. This is why hydration alone cannot always bring back firmness, elasticity, or that fresh, awake look. Plain water simply doesn't have the ability to support microcirculation on its own. But here is the good news. When water is paired with certain natural compounds, ingredients that gently support circulation, it becomes nourishment, not just hydration. It becomes something that can actually reach the layers where your skin rebuilds itself. And that is when women begin to notice a real difference. So, what can be added to daily water to help the skin feel more alive from within? Let's begin with one of the most effective natural helpers. 4. Ingredient number 1: beetroot powder, a gentle support for natural glow. Many women wonder why their skin suddenly loses its natural brightness after menopause, even when their routines stay consistent. They may still take collagen, choose healthy meals, and care for their skin, yet something shifts. Often the issue is not the collagen itself, it is the delivery. Beetroot powder has become a quiet favorite among many women over 50 because it supports the body in a unique way. It is naturally rich in dietary nitrates, which the body uses to support circulation. Unlike creams that work only on the surface, this works from within, helping reopen the tiny capillaries under the skin. When those pathways are more open, nutrients move more freely, oxygen travels more efficiently, collagen reaches the deeper layers, and the skin begins to feel more awake. Women who add beetroot powder to their water often describe subtle but meaningful changes after a short time. Their skin may feel more refreshed, more even in tone, or simply more alive. Not in a dramatic way, more in a gentle, natural way that aligns with what mature skin needs. Some describe their cheeks looking slightly brighter. Others feel less dryness around the mouth or the under eye area. These small improvements build gradually, often becoming noticeable within a couple of weeks. What makes this approach so comforting is that it doesn't force the skin. It simply supports a natural process many women didn't realize had slowed down. But beetroot is only the beginning. Once we support circulation, the next step is protecting it. 5. Ingredient number 2, pomegranate, the quiet guardian of natural collagen. Many women focus on adding collagen to their routines, yet very few think about how to protect the collagen they already have. After menopause, an entirely different challenge begins to appear. The skin naturally becomes more sensitive to environmental stress. The enzymes that break down collagen become more active, and the deeper layers of the skin sometimes lose the ability to hold firmness the way they used to. This is where pomegranate becomes remarkably helpful. Pomegranate contains natural compounds that support the stability of nitric oxide, the molecule that helps keep circulation active. When nitric oxide stays active longer, nutrients continue to reach the skin for hours instead of minutes. But beyond that, pomegranate supports the environment around collagen producing cells. It helps create a calmer, more balanced atmosphere for the skin to repair itself. Many women notice that their skin feels a little stronger, a little more resilient, and less prone to creasing throughout the day. Some say their skin handles massage better. Others notice that the delicate areas under the eyes feel less fragile. Even makeup tends to sit more naturally once the deeper layers are better supported. This isn't about dramatic changes. It is about quiet steadiness, the kind that makes a woman feel more comfortable in her own skin. And while pomegranate gently protects, the next ingredient helps transport nutrients even more effectively. 6. Ingredient number 3, citrulline from watermelon, a gentle helper for elasticity. Many women try different creams, serums, and supplements only to find that the results are modest. And often the issue is not lack of effort. It is that collagen cannot reach the skin efficiently. Citrulline, a natural compound found in watermelon, supports the body's ability to keep those tiny pathways open. It helps the body naturally create the conditions needed for collagen delivery. This is especially helpful for mature skin, where elasticity tends to soften with time. When circulation improves, the skin may begin to feel less fragile. The fine lines around the eyes or mouth may soften, and areas that once felt loose or delicate might gradually feel a bit more supported. Women often describe this change not as a dramatic lift, but as a sense of renewed strength. The skin feels more capable of holding moisture, the texture feels steadier, and the face carries a natural, relaxed firmness that feels comfortable and authentic. Yet, even with better delivery, there is another challenge: the pathways themselves. Over time, they need care too. 7. Ingredient number 4, pine bark extract, gentle support for the pathways beneath the skin. By the time a woman reaches her mid 50s or early 60s, the deeper layers of the skin begin to rely even more on healthy microcirculation. At this stage, collagen changes are no longer just about what is happening on the surface. They are connected to how well nutrients move through the tiniest vessels beneath the skin. With time, those vessels can become less flexible. They may carry nutrients more slowly. The skin may take longer to recover after daily stress. And women often begin to notice a quiet shift. Fine lines that once faded quickly now linger. The under eye area feels more delicate, or the complexion looks a little more uneven, no matter how consistent the routine. This is where pine bark extract becomes especially meaningful. This natural ingredient supports the inner lining of blood vessels. Think of it as nourishment for the pathways that carry nutrients to your face. When these pathways feel stronger, circulation becomes smoother. And when circulation is smoother, collagen can reach the places where your skin rebuilds itself. Many women who use pine bark extract consistently begin to notice gentle improvements. Their skin may hold hydration better. The texture often feels softer but also more resilient. Some describe the delicate areas, the neck, the jawline, the under eye region, as feeling slightly more supported and less fragile. What makes this ingredient special is that it supports not just how much collagen your body can produce, but how effectively that collagen can travel. It nurtures the deeper foundation, helping your skin feel calmer, stronger, and more balanced. For many women, this is the moment when their skin begins to feel like it is coming back to life, not through forceful treatments, but through quiet restoration. Yet, even as these improvements begin, there is still one more step: maintaining them. 8. Ingredient number 5, leafy greens powder, steady nourishment for long term renewal. There often comes a point when women ask a very important question: how do I make these improvements last? After 50, skin can feel different from week to week. One day it looks refreshed, the next day slightly tired again. This inconsistency is completely normal because mature skin needs ongoing, gentle nourishment to stay balanced. Leafy greens powder offers exactly that kind of support. Rich in natural vitamins and minerals, it helps the skin maintain the improvements gained from better circulation. It does not push the skin or stimulate it aggressively. Instead, it supplies nutrients that keep the renewal process steady. It nourishes the body with folate, magnesium, vitamin C, vitamin K, and natural nitrates, all of which play a quiet but important role in supporting skin health. Many women describe the effect of leafy greens as subtle but very meaningful. Their skin may look calmer, hydration tends to hold longer throughout the day, tone becomes slightly more even. Morning puffiness feels reduced. Makeup often sits more smoothly, not because the skin has changed overnight, but because it is being nourished consistently. What this ingredient provides is a sense of balance, a feeling that the skin is not constantly struggling to repair itself, but is finally receiving what it needs to stay steady. This type of support is especially important for mature skin where renewal takes time. The skin no longer needs intensity, it needs consistency, softness, and kindness. As the skin begins to find this balance, it often brings something deeper than glow, confidence, a quiet inner comfort that comes from knowing your skin is supported rather than stressed. And that brings us to the final thoughts: how to begin creating this gentle shift in your daily routine. Final thoughts: how to begin gently and steadily. While many women focus on building collagen, the deeper truth is that mature skin needs a combination of three things: nourishment, delivery, and consistency. Collagen matters, hydration matters, but neither can fully support the skin unless the pathways beneath the surface are able to carry those nutrients where they are needed most. Once circulation begins to receive support, something shifts. The skin becomes more receptive. Nutrients begin to reach deeper layers. Renewal becomes more steady rather than unpredictable. And with time, the skin starts to reflect this quiet internal change. The goal after 50 is not to chase youth. It is to help your skin reconnect with its own natural rhythm, one that may have slowed down but never disappeared. When nitric oxide flows more easily, when collagen is gently protected, and when nourishment is consistent, the skin doesn't try to look younger. It simply begins to look healthier, calmer, and more alive. Not in a dramatic way, but in a way that feels natural and grounded. It is a transformation based not on pressure, but on understanding. And it all begins with a simple daily action: adding gentle, supportive ingredients to your water. Ingredients that encourage movement, support circulation, and help the skin receive what it needs. If the guidance in this video has brought you clarity or comfort, and if you feel it adds something meaningful to your own journey, I want you to know how much I appreciate you being here. Your presence, your time, and your trust matter deeply. If this message helped you today, consider liking, sharing, or subscribing. Your support helps me continue creating free, thoughtful content for women around the world who are navigating this same chapter with grace and curiosity. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope these insights guide you gently toward a routine that feels natural, supportive, and truly aligned with your skin's needs.